What is going on, everyone? So this week's video is gonna be pretty short. This is an update on the book. For those of you that didn't hear through the Kozu website or through my website or social media and all that sort of stuff, we have been pushed back a little bit with the production of the book because of the pandemic. There are some suppliers that were closed, but businesses are starting to reopen again. And we've been very busy behind the scenes working on the book. We got pushed back about 6 weeks or so. Over the weekend, I was able to submit the final images for the book, and I'm working actually a little later today on finishing up some of the copy for the book. And then after that, we'll have a proof made up, go over everything, make sure everything is all good before starting production. But I do want to share something with you guys. This right here is a dummy book to give kind of a feeling for what it's going to be like. So this is the actual materials it's going to be made with. There's no photos in it, it's just blank pages. And there's no text on the cover yet, but it's going to have some really nice foil stamping on there. We're going with a copper color because it's the color of reflected light. So that'll look really nice, but it's a really good material, really tactile, really nice feel to it. So cloth cover shows kind of the end sheets there. And then the actual paper is a really thick and silky paper. It's, again, has a really tactile feel to it. So when I was able to see the dummy book here, it really got me excited about the project. And I want to thank everyone who has ordered copies so far. It's been about 500 copies so far, which is absolutely amazing. And so we are working behind the scenes to get that done. But again, about 6 weeks or so is how far that has been pushed back. But I'm really, really excited about this project and very thankful for your support through all this. As part of the process of going through and finalizing the photos for the book, I've been going through and rescanning some of the older photos. And I'm gonna make a video, could be even this coming Saturday, but we'll see on that. But where I talk about some of the things I've learned in the process, because oftentimes when I photograph a scene, there'll be maybe 2 or 3 sheets of film as the light is subtly different, or maybe there are some other changes in the scene. And when I got back from the trip, I selected one of those photos as, you know, this is the version I like of that particular scene. But now that since there's been some passage of time between, you know, nowadays and when I got back from that trip, my perception has changed. And that's something I've been continuously sort of fascinated by. And what I've realized is that in some cases, the photo I selected was not the best photo for that particular scene. There was an even better one that for whatever reason, I didn't even really think too much of at the time. But now with the perspective that I have, I see that there is an even better selection. So I've been going through and updating my website as I've been scanning photos for the book. And I've been actually swapping out some of the photos for ones that look similar, but they're a little bit better. The other thing I've learned is I've gotten a lot better with the image editing and the photo processing. And that'll be another thing I talk about in the video, where there's some photos that I really liked, but then I just kind of massacred them when I was doing the image editing. So I think being able to look back on that is a good thing because it shows I've made progress and I'm moving in the right direction with that. So that'll be a video coming up. This, as I record this video right now, is actually supposed to be up in the Redwoods, but obviously that has been canceled. The Redwoods, the parks are open, but the campgrounds are not, and there are certain areas that are off limits and, you know, roads that are closed, you have to go in on foot. So I'll have to go back there again next year. I was looking forward to that, but I kind of knew that was gonna be canceled. And the other thing I was hoping to do was a backpacking trip in the spring. And for that, there's usually a really good window from late April all the way through basically the month of May, a little more towards like the middle of May. And we're beyond that now. It's really starting to heat up out in southern Utah. And so I had pretty much figured that the window for a backpacking trip out there was closed. But as I was having my breakfast this morning out on the patio, I decided to check the weather app. I saw that next week is actually some really good weather out there. So I'm really hoping to sneak out there and to be able to go on that backpacking trip that I thought I'd have to write off for another year or so. But kind of excited about that. And actually, you guys can't see this, but right at the base of where the camera is, my backpack is fully loaded with everything in there, film, camera, everything. So I'm actually able to head out sort of on a moment's notice, and my truck is packed as well. So I'm looking forward to finishing up some stuff for the book this week so I can hopefully get out into the field next week, assuming the weather holds. But I do want to thank everyone for the support on the book. It has been absolutely amazing. And I think it's gonna come together and be something really, really special. And again, about 6 weeks or so for that. But until next time, hopefully I'll have a video on Saturday. But I wanna thank everyone for watching, and we'll see you around next time.